what it is? I'll tell you what it is. It's anti-Italian discrimination. Columbus Day is a day of Italian pride. It's our holiday, and they want to take it away.
Columbus Day is coming up, which means it's time for the annual debate over canceling the holiday. New York Democrats are heading to Albany to try to make that happen, introducing legislation last week in an effort to officially cut it from the calendar.
Yeah, Fox News literally used that clip from The Sopranos to open up their segment to talk about Columbus Day. I don't know how it was overlooked that Sopranos is like made up. It's like a comedy. It's meant to make people laugh, not be taken as evidence for a political point. Anyway, don't worry. If you weren't convinced by the Sopranos clip here, Laura Trump gave an excellent reason for why Columbus Day should stick around. Let's watch that.
It's so sad to see this. My birthday is actually October 12th. So growing up, occasionally I would have the day off of school for Columbus Day. So I would like to keep it just because it made me feel special, to be honest. But it's more of the same. This is more of, I think so many of us see this as erasing history or an attempt to do so, or to vilify people who actually made significant contributions to our country, to the world as a whole. I'm not saying Christopher Columbus was an angel by any means, or that he was a perfect individual, but he obviously had some major accomplishments. I don't think we should do it with the holiday for nothing else than for my birthday.
Should we have justice? Should we have holidays that reflect history accurately? No, because it's my birthday. And I used to get days off of school and days off of work because of it. So you know what, we should keep it. Excellent argument from Laura Trump. It's also a major understatement to say Columbus was not an angel. I would argue he's the devil. On the first day, or on his first day, Columbus's first day in the New World, he ordered 6 of the natives to be seized, writing in his journal that he believed they would be good servants. Throughout his years in the New World, Columbus enacted policies of forced labor in which natives were put to work for the sake of profits. Later, Columbus sent thousands of peaceful Taino Indians from the island of Hispaniola to Spain to be sold. Many died en route. Those left behind were forced to search for gold in mines, and they were forced to work on plantations. Within 60 years after Columbus landed, only a few hundred of what may have been 250,000 Taino were left on their island. It sounds like genocide, because it is. As governor and viceroy of the Indies, Columbus imposed iron discipline on what is now the Caribbean country of the Dominican Republic. According to documents discovered by Spanish historians in 2005, in response to native unrest and revolt, Columbus ordered a brutal crackdown in which many natives were killed in an attempt to deter further rebellion. Columbus ordered their dismembered bodies to be paraded through the streets. He also forced the native people to convert to Christianity and assimilate with their culture. So on top of genocide, he was erasing the culture for those who are still living. He also introduced a host of diseases that became a problem for the native people in the United States for quite some time. Also, I would point out that if you're gonna talk about anti-Italian discrimination, as an Italian person, I don't really claim Christopher Columbus, because wasn't he sailing for Spain?
No, he was
sailing for Italy, but he was Spanish?
No, he was employed by the Spanish Empire, but I think most importantly is the guy got lost.
Right.
He was trying to get to India, literally. That's why they call the Caribbean the West Indies, because this dude was trying to get to India and he ended up on the island of Hispaniola, which today is Dominican Republic and Haiti. I happen to be a Haitian American. Both of my parents are of Haitian descent, so this story is near and dear to me. And like, yeah, the guy was particularly brutal. It was really messed up. The kinds of tactics that they used when they did get over here to the New World. So it's like, one, he failed the mission. Okay, he didn't find this alternate passageway to India to get all the good spices. And two, he was like a really brutal guy, messed up guy. Yeah, I don't think we need to celebrate the dude. I understand the inclination to not apply today's morals and principles to every single figure from history, but like some of these guys were legitimately monsters, and we can say that, and we don't need to celebrate them. And I think Christopher Columbus falls under that umbrella. Sorry, my Italian Americans out there who might still have some affinity for the guy.
Yeah, I don't think people who have affinity for Christopher Columbus have affinity for him because he was Italian and because they're Italian. I think they've got some other stuff going on, to be entirely honest. And I actually do think we can apply today's morals to what happened back then, because you know who I bet was very clear in their morals and believed what Christopher Columbus was doing was wrong would be the Taino people and the people in Hispaniola, right? I think changing Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day is the very least we can do about the genocide of indigenous peoples throughout history. There's a lot more we can do, but that is absolutely the bare minimum.
Not the worst idea I've ever heard, I'll say that. I don't think you're gonna earn a lot of points in places like Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, and Howard Beach in Queens, but I think I agree with what you're saying.
I can talk to him and be like, hey guys, how you doing? Listen, this guy, Columbus, not such a good guy, bad dude, bad dude. And then I'll just give them a cannoli and be like, listen, we'll just change the day around. We'll call it Indigenous Peoples Day.
Hey, listen, it's always good when the person from the group uses the tropes and the stereotypes. I'm happy that you went there, because I was gonna make a pasta pizziola joke, but I kind of fell back. I'm glad you went there.
Yeah, I have no problem going there. I mean, my family's Italian. I grew up around it. You know, nobody cares about Columbus in my family. No one's like, oh, our hero, the bastion of our culture.
Who do they care about?
They probably care about the actors in The Sopranos more than they care about. At least Italian Americans. I can't speak for the people of Italy. Yeah.
Yeah. Shouts to James Gandolfini, rest in peace. Did you watch the Sopranos? You're a bad Italian. Oh my God, wow.
I've watched My Cousin Vinny.
Okay, that's not terrible, but The Sopranos is like, not only is it the best TV show ever made in my opinion, it's literally like an artifact of Northeastern Italian American culture. Like it's literally them explaining to you what people from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut are like, the Italian people from over there. Not that they're all mobsters, the other stuff, you know what I mean?
Listen. Don't ask what my grandfather was up to once. It's true, that's life, the Italian American life. And see, listen, if you want to talk about how Italian Americans had it rough when they first came here, you know, they were kind of excluded from formal jobs, and so, you know, they formed mobs and then they went to jail, you know, yeah, that happened. But I'm sorry, that's not a reason for us to have Columbus Day. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't think anti-Italian discrimination is still a real thing. No one's like, you're Italian, gross. Like, I've never gotten like, oh, she's Italian.
Yeah, that's not a thing. And you know, and my favorite thing about it too is oftentimes when Tucker Carlson is talking about the great erasure, right? Like we're erasing white people from the United States of America. I often cite Italians as an example of people who, when they first got here, were not white. And we just snapped our fingers and turn them white. Y'all white now. It's no problem. Like, we will just continue to make more white people.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.